I am not crazy.
Yes, you are.
So you saw a toilet ghost?
Yeah.
I saw a toilet ghost.
You saw a toilet ghost. Finn went dogging.
My parents'
cruising.
toilets? That didn't make any sense.
Back in the room, ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
so by the way, I asked a question and I think we got very, very sidetracked.
Okay, go.
So, is there any games like not on this collection bar like Sonic? Is there anything you wish there was on it?
Obviously, a lot of games aren't solely Sega, so I'm guessing that's why the license for some of them didn't carry through. But I'd like to see Krusty's Super Fun House.
Yeah?
Remember that one?
I do remember that one.
The a Simpsons game?
It was a Simpsons. You not played it?
I've never played that. I've never heard of it.
I think
Krusty's Fun House.
I think we're gonna have to make Finn at some point see or play Krusty's Super Fun House.
I've never seen this game in my life.
It's one of the. It's the only Sega Simpsons game I can think of. There might have been more actually. Like, the arcade one might have made its way to the Mega Drive, maybe. I forget.
But it probably wasn't made by Sega.
Oh god, no.
It probably it was on the Sega Mega Drive, but it probably wasn't made by Sega.
And I don't think. I've got a feeling that Krusty's Super Fun House probably wasn't made by Sega.
No.
And I don't know if there's a version on any other console at the time it released, so it might be a Sega only. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Skull kills all.
I thought of another death that I could think of. Funny death.
Okay, when you say that though, I'm going to ask you guys what game you want on here.
Yeah. So, these games were awful, and it's because they were awful that I wish that they were on it.
Yeah.
So there was a game called Pit Fighter. I don't know if you remember Pit Fighter.
Oh, was that a fighting game? Like you actually... It was sort of like an underground fight club thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it had 3 characters.
I remember that being absolutely dire.
Yeah. But again, because it was so bad, hence why I wanted it. Eternal Champions.
Vaguely?
Yeah, it was another... It was a fighting game. It was meant to sort of resemble Mortal Kombat, be a thing for Mortal Kombat, and
how'd that work out for them?
well, it didn't. It had like fatalities and stuff which were impossible to pull off, and
just like Mortal Kombat.
Yep. And then I think lastly, because of the remake coming out recently, which I mean looks even worse than the original, Shaq Fu. The Mega Drive version, Shaq Fu.
That's the joke of the Sega Drive.
It was so bad, it was good though. That's the thing.
It was just bad.
I have never seen I've not seen the new one.
It's bad.
Is it intentionally bad because the original was bad though?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the gag, but I just don't see how Shaquille O'Neal is relevant nowadays.
Maybe that's also the gag. He's not.
Well, maybe.
I also never realised how big he was
Yeah.
in person. He's like legitimately 7 foot tall.
I know.
Well, to be a basketball player, you have to have the height advantage to get the ball.
Oh yeah, there's
that high up.
There's tall people, and like he's not just tall. He's built as fuck as well.
I know, his poor wife. Oh.
Like obviously he's probably not as buff as he used to be in his younger days, but that's not the point. He's still huge. Anyway, Finn, what was the funny death you know? I'm dead again.
Not that death is ever funny.
No, death's not funny, but
That's not funny. But I had a book given to me one Christmas of like 1001 funny and unfortunate ways people had died and stuff like that.
Yes.
And one of them was there was a woman who was awaiting. I think she was waiting for one of her relatives who was in hospital, so she needed to get a taxi to get there. So she gets into the taxi to go to hospital and meet her relative. The taxi's in a car crash.
Oh dear.
And she has to go to hospital because she's quite badly hurt.
Yes.
So she's in an ambulance now.
Is she going to the same hospital?
She's going to well, I don't know that much, but I'm assuming so.
Okay.
Going to the same hospital in an ambulance. That ambulance is now in a car crash as well.
Oh my god, really?
So then she gets put in another ambulance. That ambulance breaks down.
Hang on a minute, is the ambulance driver of the original ambulance also...
No, it's a different ambulance. Is the
ambulance driver from the first ambulance also being taken to the hospital due to injury?
I would assume so. I'm assuming he survived.
Or did he die on the scene instantly? Fucking dead.
No, it's not a battle royale. The second ambulance is called. That breaks down. So then a woman gets put in another taxi, in the back of another taxi. That finally makes it to the hospital.
Yay.
And she dies.
She dies on the forecourt.
Oh my god. Okay, here's a hospital story.
So that's the most unfortunate death I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, seriously.
Can I talk about my seeing the other side?
Your what?
I think you've
'Cause
already
I
mentioned it
happened
before.
It happened to me, didn't it, in hospital?
You've already mentioned it before.
Have I? No, okay.
Yes, you have, I think.
Oh,
I'll just quickly mention a hospital story.
okay.
There was a woman who. This is a true story, by the way. There was a woman who was giving birth in a hospital, but she didn't make it to the room in time, so she was in the corridor.
Yep.
So she's just on the floor in the middle, and
That's pretty shitty already.
yeah. So it's like we have to deliver it here. It's
Yeah.
time. You've got no choice. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
in a corridor of a hospital. And then the midwife legitimately said, but it could be worse because about 3 years ago we had a woman giving birth in the car parking lot,
Wow.
and she went, "Yeah, that was me."
Wow!
Oh my god.
Now that is bad luck.
That is very, very bad luck. But are you sure I've spoken about me?
I mean, feel free to say it because I don't remember it.
Well, yeah.
You probably mentioned it on a live stream.
No, just say it.
Well, anyway, so this time like last year, I was suffering with really, really bad indigestion, like to the point where I was being sick all the time,
Right.
and it got so bad to the point I was actually like coughing up blood a lot, and oh my god, we're on game over.
I actually game over. Tell the story.
And basically, so I had to have a knot put in my stomach, I had to have a hernia taken out, and I had to have some tissue removed. And so basically, I came out of operation, I was fine-ish, but I'd got a resting heart rate of about 170 beats a minute. So none of the wards would take me, because that's on a ward that's classed as a medical emergency.
Oh yeah, it's very, 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 very
I spent 7 hours in recovery for them trying to get my heart rate down. It took so long, recovery was closing. Now my heart rate was still going about 140 a minute. So, and because I was the only one left, the wards had to take me. Like, there was just no choice now.
Yeah.
But obviously they were like, he's got to be monitored closely for the next couple of hours. Now, I've been lying in this, I've had 5 incisions in my abdomen. I've got cannulas in both hands and arms. I've got an oxygen mask on.
Well, hang on a minute. Explain what that C word was.
Cannula. So
Yeah.
basically I've got like liquid bags like for waters and...
IV drip.
Yeah, I've got IV drips.
So that's the
Yeah.
proper word
Yeah,
for it.
cannula. Yeah. So I've got them in both hands and arms. I've got an oxygen mask on to help me breathe because I've had abdomen surgery. And because of it, I've had to lie in the same position for about 7 hours. I've got so many cables on me.
I do remember you
cannot move.
mentioning this to
Yeah.
me personally now.
Yeah. I've got so many wires and stuff on me, I cannot move. When they finally put me onto the ward, the first thing I said to the nurses was, my back is killing me because I've been lying in the same position for hours.
Fair.
I said, can you help me and put me in the chair just so I can wriggle, you know, just so I can move a little bit.
Fair
They
again.
said, yeah, so they said, of course we can. So they put it in. The second I start walking, my monitor starts beeping. Now I just assume, well, that's because my heart rate's elevated because I've stood up for the first time.
Yeah.
Anyway, they finally walked me round to the chair, and then they said to me, like, Mr. Lucas, you've got to take some deep breaths immediately. They run they turn the oxygen up really high, and I say to the nurses, I can't breathe. And the next thing, I blacked out.
Oh dear.
About a minute later, I woke up. They brought me back around.
In a minute.
Yeah. I was gone for about a minute. I was unresponsive, wasn't breathing. They brought me back around. Basically, they told me I had a form of lung collapse in the back.
Holy shit.
So no matter how much I was breathing, my lungs weren't expanding.
The back of your lungs partially collapsed, didn't
Yeah.
they? And that's what made you black out.
Yeah.
And that can just like recover?
Well,
The nurse
they
said it's
they
quite
manually like they put a tube down my throat and pumped it to try and get my
right,
lungs to
okay,
inflate.
And apparently that's
Luckily, mine did.
relatively a
Yeah.
common thing they need to do.
Yeah, but they told me that what happened to me is actually quite common with abdomen surgery. Was never told a word of it.
Yeah, you weren't mentioned
Yeah.
in any of the
What did
material
they-
you got. or anything
Yeah.
like
I
that?
mean, did they not tell you because
I suppose
they
it's to
hope
try.
it doesn't happen?
Yeah,
they don't
I
want to
would
scare you.
Yeah, I would assume so. But all I know is that when I stopped breathing, like I didn't see. I mean, maybe it wasn't. Well, obviously, it wasn't my time. You know, maybe I wasn't meant to see anything. If there is another side.
Damn
but-
right, it's not your time yet. I'm not finished with you yet.
So you basically just saw blackness.
Yeah.
Did you even? Is it like when you're asleep you see
Oh.
nothing?
Yeah, I felt myself go. I thought I'd just fainted. Like, I felt myself go.
Oh, I've done that before.
But then, like I said, but they told me, no, you weren't breathing.
Oh,
and
shit.
like the horrible thing about it was my dad was with me at the time.
Yeah, I wasn't even there. I was still waiting for you to come off the recovery ward and let me come in.
Yeah, so they sent me for more X-rays because they thought I might have been bleeding internally because of the op. Anyway, basically, like when I came round and my dad spoke to me again, he was like, "Ash, we lost you. We were like, you were gone." You know.
Eyes closed down.
Yeah.
Did you actually like? Were you sitting down at the time, or did you just?
Then I woke up. I was in the chair and I just went. I just flopped. And the next thing I woke up on the bed with the crash team around me.
Oh, so they put you in bed.
Yeah.
Madness.
I know, but fucking scary, I tell you.
What's the overall condition you've got that causes this?
Well, like I said, I had I've got what's known as Barrett's esophagus syndrome, and unfortunately, it's classed as a precancerous condition.
Shit.
I haven't got it. I haven't got cancer.
Yeah.
But this condition I have increases my rate of getting it. So they put the knot in my stomach to stop my stomach acids from burning my linings constantly and aggravating it. Yeah. So, but like I say, I mean, touch wood. You know, since my operation, I felt at one point, Nathan, I was on 16 tablets a day for antacids.
He had more fucking meds than an elderly woman.
I was on 16.
He really did.
I was on 16 types of anti-acid tablets a day.
That could not be fun.
No, it wasn't.
I can't even swallow tablets.
Yeah.
Like at all.
And
it
actually got to the point where like I was taking them so long, I built up an immunity to them. They weren't even doing anything anymore.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so like surgery was the only thing that was going to make me better.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I've never had like a near-death experience, but I remember seeing a ghost once.
Really?
I think I've mentioned this story before.
I know Ashley has. I don't remember if you'd ever mentioned your experience with
it. You've never mentioned anything.
Otherworldly presence.
Well, I was about 17 or 18. I'd gone to sleep.
It was only 6 years ago.
Yeah. Wait a minute. No, 8 years ago. I'm 27.
You're not 27.
You're not 27.
Oh, yeah, I'm 27.
I thought you were 26. Am I wrong?
No, I'm 27. I'm 3.
Your birthday was recently.
Younger than you.
Your birthday was relatively recently, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Thank you very much, Nathan.
I remember that happening, honest and true.
It's okay because Ash didn't mention it, you did.
Wait, what, do I have to go down there?
What was I say? So yeah, I met a ghost in a dream once.
Oh, that doesn't count.
No, wait.
No, that does not count.
Wait.
Okay.
So I was 17 or 18, I'd gone to bed, and I remember in this dream, fuck you Ash,
doesn't count.
I was in the house that I was currently in, and I was walking towards where the toilet was. I was at my parents' house, walking to where the toilet was, and I wasn't going there because needed the toilet or anything. I just was walking in that general direction. But I saw someone in the toilet, like standing there, that I didn't recognise. So I walked in there, and I think I remember saying like, "What are you doing in here?" and stuff like that. And there was a guy in a light blue beret who looked a bit like the guy from the Hovis advert.
Oh
I am not crazy.
Yes, you are.
So you saw a toilet ghost?
Yeah.
I saw a toilet ghost, yes.
Yeah, you saw a toilet ghost.
And
basically, Finn went dogging, or no.
What, in my parents'
cruising.
Toilets? That didn't make any sense.
No, not dogging. Sorry, cruising.
Cruising.
And I remember asking him like, why was he doing? What was he doing there? And stuff like that.
What
and
are
then
you doing here, toilet ghost?
Before I can remember much else, I woke up again and remember waking up feeling breathless. So I either rolled over in the night and fell on my lungs and
fell on my lungs
and started suffocating myself, and that's why I had that dream trying to wake me up. Or I actually met a ghost.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say now, it does not count like at all.
Fuck you, Ash.
Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. The whole ghost in a dream does not count. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever had an experience with a ghost, anything like that. But that's
never had a Patrick Swayze moment.
Never had a Patrick Swayze.
No, with a pottery.
I've never been one for like ghosts. I've never really believed they exist until they prove otherwise, and it's never happened to me. So I don't know. I've just never been. I don't know. It's kind of like I actually did try this once. You know how apparently everyone's got potential to have some sort of game. right? Apparently that's everybody.
It's not true in the slightest. But
Yeah, there
Well,
are tendencies,
no.
but it's not generally true.
A lot of people are like, well, I say a lot of people, a lot of the adventurous types out there, or the open types, are like, may as well try it and see if it's for me, and if it's not, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's allowed to experiment, that's fine.
Well, I in my head was like, well, let's think about it. Let's find, am I? Even a little bit? Let's actually proper think about this. But the only reason I even thought to even try is because my entire family thought I was gay when I was growing up.
It generally is like if you're the quiet one or you're the one that gets bullied a lot.
I'm the quiet
People
one.
assume that, oh, you must be gay because you don't have a girlfriend.
I'm like,
no, I'm just shy and retiring.
obviously I'm shy. I'm the other one. Quiet,
Reserved.
reserved. I never really had a girlfriend until I was 18 or 17. And as far as anyone could tell, I hadn't really shown a whole lot of interest in having a girlfriend. It wasn't true. I just didn't show it.
It's like some people have more pressing interests at certain ages, like video games.
Oh no, I had the interest. I just suck.
Oh, that's not true.
Well, I sucked.
What's your worst
No, right.
like, chat line?
Right.
The worst
The
chat
thing is, it's horrible to say it and it's cliche and stuff like that, but I do genuinely believe that like nice people finish last.
Oh, it's
Like,
not, it's not untrue.
Like, you know,
I think
you
it's
hear
last
it
for you,
constantly.
though, mate.
Like, what is it?
You sure?
I think it's like fucking
Yeah,
IT crowd, isn't it? Like, women, they want bastards, you know?
They don't want bastards.
The thing is, it's not that nice guys always finish last. The argument there is that nice guys aren't always the nice guys they perceive to be.
Yeah.
Because they're being nice.
Genuinely nice
for
people don't say that they're nice. They just
Yeah.
they're modest about it.
I mean, I don't say I'm nice. But that's because no one's ever really said, are you a nice person? Yes or no? I'm like, will you be the judge?
You just be like, yeah, I'm
Ow!
there.
Oh, no. I want to do it twice.
Oh my god.
You have a problem.
Once was good, but twice is nice.
Twice is...
You're very sore right now,
Well,
aren't
it's twice as nice. I mean, this guy's sore. He's as sore as I was when I had that ring sting.
you? Oh.
I promised I wouldn't mention that again. I do apologise.